This video series is about the hidden tarot symbolism in James Cameron's original film Avatar from 2009. Despite the fact that that film is actually the highest grossing film in human history and that it's been watched by billions and billions of people, at the time of the recording of this video, I cannot find even one mention on the entire internet to the fact that all 22 major arcana of the tarot deck are secretly hidden in that film. They're not only hidden in the embodiment of the characters, there are also multiple subliminals throughout the film that correlate to tarot cards. And even the costumes of some of the characters, you can see little things that actually correlate directly to tarot cards in the Rider-Waite deck. So this video series is going to reveal that for the first time. My favorite card in the whole film is actually the Temperance Card. And if you're familiar with the Temperance Card in the Rider-Waite tarot deck, you'll know that it is depicted as an angel with two goblets pouring a liquid from one goblet to another. And if you're familiar with James Cameron's original film Avatar, you'll know that there is no place in that movie where there's an angel pouring something from one goblet to another. It just doesn't happen. This is where it gets really interesting. The esoteric meaning of that card is not to pour a fluid from one goblet to another. It's to pour the essential fluid of consciousness from one vessel to another vessel. And when we see this in the film, where the Temperance Card is, in my view, is when we see a translucent screen, the first time that Jake is ever linked to his new avatar body. We see his head on the screen, we see the avatar body's head on the screen. We are told that there is a lock or a link between the two minds, and then we see the essential fluid of consciousness poured from one vessel body into another vessel body. This is the pouring of the fluid from one goblet to another, one vessel to another. This is the Temperance Card. Another one of my favorite cards in the film is the Death Card. The Death Card in the Rider-Waite tarot deck looks like a skeleton riding a horse. And if you've seen James Cameron's original film Avatar, you'll know that nowhere in that film is there a skeleton riding a horse. If there was a skeleton riding a horse, it would be really weird in the movie because everyone would be like, what is that? You know? So this is probably partly why James Cameron stylized these cards and made them more symbolic than literal. But if you think of a skeleton riding a horse, that's the literal translation. But if you realize this is the Death Card, this isn't a skeleton riding a horse, this is actually death riding a horse. And so it becomes a bigger question. Is there a part of the film when we see death riding a horse in James Cameron's Avatar? And there is. In the part of the film when the most main characters die all at once, when Sute dies, when the female pilot dies, when the other Avatar driver gets shot and his Avatar body dies, and also when Neytiri's Iklan, Seze, dies. All of them die all at the same time in a very short amount of time. And Neytiri becomes all traumatized and sort of goes into this trance state, and she just like can't really she thinks for a second, like, we're gonna die, we're all gonna die, like everything's dying around me. And she looks over at the forest with this sort of like dazed, tranced look on her face. And what does she see? She sees a horse galloping through the forest, completely covered in flames. The horse is literally on fire as it's running through the forest. This is the Death Card. This is death riding a horse. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up. And if you want to see more videos like it, then remember to hit the subscribe button and turn on notifications, and you'll get a notification the next time that I upload a video from this channel. Also, what do you think of the video? Did I get it right? Did I make a mistake? Did I leave something important out? Leave me a comment below. Tell me what you think.